exercise in transparent manner. So these are the things that Kiran Rijiju mentioned while addressing the media over here in Parliament. Back to you, Vinay.
All right, well, moving on, the draft electoral rolls for Bihar are all set to be published in the Election Commission of India's website shortly. The draft roll is also being shared with all political parties, is what we are learning. Sambhav Sharma, my colleague, joins us on the broadcast to give us more details about this. Sambhav?
Well, absolutely. The Election Commission has announced that it has released the draft voter list for the Bihar after the completion of this particular special intensive revision SIR exercise. And also they have said it before the Supreme Court when the hearing was in the Supreme Court that they will publish this particular SIR draft list, and it's also available to the political parties for this scrutiny. The political parties are now can question or the Election Commission on different fronts. As earlier in the Supreme Court, different parties approached the top court when the hearing going on in the SIR this particular case. And also when we talk about what Election Commission has said, see, in Parliament it is it depends whether the whether this SIR issue Parliament will take up the SIR issue or not. But here in the Supreme Court, the Election Commission, through its senior advocate Rakesh Dwivedi, has made it very clear that they will conduct this exercise, and they are conducting this exercise in Bihar, and they will also conduct this exercise in other states. And also they made it clear through the affidavit in the Supreme Court. So there is an official reply of the Election Commission, and likewise, as they said that they will publish the report, they have published the report. Now it will be available on the website shortly, anytime. And as it is available on the website, it will be in the public domain. And also, let's also talk about what happened in the Supreme Court, because here in the Supreme Court has very clearly said that the exercise SIR, this particular exercise, should be mass inclusive in nature rather than mass excluding the people. It should be inclusive in nature. Those who are eligible voters must not be left behind. And even if a couple of voters are left behind, the Supreme Court can take up the matter anytime. So there is a watch of the top court of the country on this particular SIR, special intensive revision exercise of the Election Commission. And Election Commission, through its affidavit and also in the court, made it very clear that certain articles, especially the Article 324 of Indian Constitution, gives them right to continue such kind of exercises and do such kind of exercises. Supreme Court asked what is this particular SIR, why the name is SIR, that special intensive revision. So Election Commission here in Supreme Court made it clear that this particular exercise is to weed out those voters who are not eligible to vote, because many of the people go out of Bihar for job purposes and other purposes. These were and also to weed out the illegal infiltrators from Bihar. These were the responses of the Election Commission. These are the official responses of the Election Commission. However, later on, the Supreme Court has said that yes, we are not staying, as in the Supreme Court has not stayed this particular SIR exercise of the Election Commission. However, the top court has made it very clear that if even couple of people, 10-15 people are left out of this SIR exercise, then the Supreme Court will take up the matter, and also ask the Election Commission to consider Aadhaar card, voter ID card, and other important documents when it comes to giving right to the people to vote. So these were very important observations. Now that the draft is out, very soon it will be in the public domain and it will be accessible. And also the Supreme Court Election Commission has said in the Supreme Court, because the point is here, Parliament, the SIR matter has not been discussed in detail in the Parliament, but what we have is the response of the Election Commission, which they have given in the Supreme Court of India when the hearing happened. 2-day consecutive hearing happened in the Supreme Court. Earlier also Supreme Court asked the Election Commission to reply. So a detailed hearing happened in the Supreme Court, and the Election Commission officially gave its response and reply in the Supreme Court. So these are the details of what happened, and likewise now they have now come up with a draft regulation, as they said in the Supreme Court that they will come up on August 1. Now today is August 1. They are now the draft regulation of this particular SIR is out. it is to be seen, who all are left out, and also it is to be seen, it is going to be crucial because today is Friday, tomorrow the court will be closed, but it is to be seen whether any petition against this particular draft will be filed in the Supreme Court and any other courts of the country. And now the draft is out. And also one very important point here is Election Commission has also clearly said in the Supreme Court that this particular SIR, the Special Intensive Revision exercise, will not be, will not only be in Bihar, but this particular exercise in other states if need be. So the intentions of the Election Commission are very much clear, and Election Commission has said that we are a constitutional body. We derive our powers from Article 324 of Indian Constitution. So hence we have the right to conduct a similar exercises. And somewhere Supreme Court also has said that yes, being a constitutional body, Election Commission has certain rights to conduct certain exercises when it comes to revamping, renewing the voter list. And now that this draft is out, it is to be seen whether what kind of voices come out and whether any petition is filed in the Supreme Court.
All right, Sambhav, appreciate you speaking with us. All right, these are the visuals as Expelled JDS